Want to buy new tires, try to go to a junkyard and buy your tires, and even though you think it's a used tire and worn out, some of these tires are from brand new cars that the guy drove it a few miles out of the dealership, got smashed into. There's 4 new tires that you're going to get for extremely discounted prices, like $10 to $20 a tire. And a lot of times they'll mount them for you right there at the junkyard. They have practically every size tire. They're just as used and stuff as the ones that you were driving on. So if the tires you're using right now are good enough for you, then so is somebody else's used tire. If you want to buy new car parts, buy them at AutoZone or O'Reilly's. Their franchises are everywhere and they have a lifetime warranty on every part they sell. When I had my Sprinter, I was changing out the harmonic balancer like 4 times over the time that I had that Sprinter. I only paid for it once because I got it at one of these lifetime warranty places. Try to learn to do your own repairs. If you have to go in for a shop to get repairs, talk to the mechanics and say, look, this is my lifestyle. If I'm stuck on the side of the road, I want to know how to change these parts. And most times they'll let you watch. If it's one of those chains, sometimes they claim insurance problems, but if you're a nice person, you ask politely, a lot of times they'll just let you do that. What I've found out recently, well, I knew this for a while, but when you're grocery shopping again, store brands have come a long way in quality. The Walmart brand of food is practically identical to the other food you're getting. I was at a Del Monte factory and they were going down the line. I was doing the factory tour kind of behind the scenes with a buddy, and they literally said, oh, today's Walmart day, change the labels over to the Walmart label. It's the same food most of the time. So save yourself half the price sometimes even. Don't be afraid to go with the store brands. Farmers markets these days, unfortunately, are not getting to be the best option for getting your fresh foods either. They are competing with corporations who buy in mass quantities. Those mass quantities are much fresher because the farmer has to sell what he has. If he doesn't sell it, he has to take it back home and he doesn't make any money off it. So they're selling stuff day to day that isn't refrigerated a lot of times. The way to get around that with farmers markets, talk to the farmer, ask him, where's your farm? Because I'd like to come on the days that you're not at the market. And then you can go to his house, buy it right out of the ground, and then you know it's fresh. But freshness at these places are not getting to be, they're just not what they used to be. Meat is a tricky one to buy at the grocery stores. There's a lot of tricks that the stores are using. They'll add blood to it to make it look red and fresh. It's not illegal, they do it a lot, so watch your expiration dates, be real careful on those. Don't buy the seasoned meats. You know, when they say this is seasoned with our special rubs, it's common for these places to use that to get away from the odd flavor when the meat's getting close to the expiration date. They'll repackage it, put the rub on, and sell it with that to get away from the smell. So if you're not a big milk drinker and you don't go through a quart of milk every day like some people, it costs a little more, but buy the organic milk because it's homogenized at a higher temperature, so it can last almost 2 months in your refrigerator. A lot of people don't realize that, but if you don't believe me, just look at the expiration dates. I bought one a couple days ago, it said like March 3rd on it. And it's just because it's homogenized at a higher temperature that it kills the bacteria better, because they can't put the chemicals in the cows and the chemicals in the milk that they use in regular milk, so they have to homogenize it higher so it'll last longer. It costs them a little bit more, but that's just how they do it. Coupons, use your coupons like crazy at your grocery stores, ride along with your grocery club, use your coupons like nuts. And eggs, if you're an egg person, your eggs will last a lot longer. If you buy them, these are one of these things you want to buy right directly from the farm. Go to the farm, don't get them at the roadside, knock on the person's door and say, do you have anything fresh from the chicken today that's not washed? If you get an egg that's not washed, it's got what's called the blumen on it still, which is a membrane that keeps it fresh. So you can keep those eggs lasting good month and a half longer, and at least even a week out in room temperature. So if you don't have refrigeration and you really love eggs, you can do it that way, but you gotta get them fresh. They can't wash them, and don't wash them when you get them home either, because then you'll be washing all the blumen off. And it's a much better tasting egg, it's safer for you, all that organic stuff, blah, blah, blah. I like them. Ask people that are around. I hate sounding like this, and I'm not a racist, but Mexicans have been the nicest, most helpful people I've ever met on the road. If they're out camping and you have questions about how to do stuff, ask them. They are so nice. I couldn't believe how nice they were. And if you can add a foot pedal to your vehicle to turn the water on and off like they do in hospitals and stuff, you're gonna save a ton of water with that too. You push your foot down, get your hands wet, soap them up, put the pedal on and off. It cut my water usage in half. And we wanted to keep this short, so I babbled a lot, but we want to open this up to your questions. So if you got questions, just come on up to the mic, and we know you've got one, and you have to stand on the mat. I will. And hurry up, he's going to beat you to it.
Hi, Grace. And the winner is.
I have comments.
Okay.
So if you need parts for your rig, and especially motorized parts,
Yep.
as opposed to looking in a junkyard, especially for older rigs, you can do just as well or better on eBay.
You can.
They have new OEM parts for about the same price or better than you can get at a junkyard. I service RVs and trailers and whatnot. I've been doing this for 10 years. My husband's been doing it for over 30. Look on eBay and compare. Also, if you're gonna get parts for a van or an RV, AutoZone is a good place, Napa's a good place. O'Reilly's actually gets seconds from Mexico. I don't
Do
know.
they now? I didn't know
Yes,
that
they
one.
do.
Okay.
They do.
Napa doesn't have the lifetime warranty though.
They don't.
That's unfortunate.
AutoZone is the best, and they'll always want to know what is for. God dang it, if you tell them it's for an RV, oh, we don't have it.
Yeah, just tell them you're building something.
Yeah, just tell them you're building something. It's none of their dang business.
Or just tell them your husband sent you in or your friend sent you in.
There you go.
And he said, get this part.
Right.
And I'm not allowed to come back with something different.
Exactly.
So I do it all the time. My
As
wife
for
gets
washing
cranky and
dishes?
I use the wife excuse a lot. I'm not even married, but it works really good. I gotta go talk to my wife about that price. I don't know.
As for washing dishes, we go to Burning Man every year. You can do a squirt bottle of vinegar and a squirt bottle of water, and that's all you need. You don't need to use running water at all. You can squirt it with vinegar, wipe it off with a scrubby, and rinse it with a squirt bottle of water and dry it off. If it's only two of you, it's only your two germs. You're not gonna kill each other.
Yeah, your germs are not going to kill you. I mean,
Right.
don't be super germ paranoid. Water is like gold. I mean,
That's all you need.
with a foot pedal and my paper
Vinegar will
plates.
kill any germ.
Yeah, with my foot pedal and my paper plates, I'm going through 25 gallons in 3 weeks. I can make it last that long. But we're not talking about showers, so that's a different world.
And we don't drink milk, but I do use it in cooking. And so I buy powdered milk, and I just add a little bit of powdered milk as much as I need with a little bit of water. And that's all I use. And that makes my milk.
Yep, was my thing. I don't drink milk, but I use it for cooking. So it was always going bad before I got the organic stuff,
I
and now
just
it
buy
lasts a whole
powdered
month.
milk.
Yeah.
Non-fat, dry powdered milk.
You can taste the difference though in
I
cooking.
can't.
I
I've
can.
always used it, even with my kids.
I'm jealous of you because I can taste it.
You get used to it and it makes no difference.
Another thing I thought of was Amazon Prime is great, but I'm going to let mine run out because now they've got so many distribution centers. You can get your stuff just as fast with regular shipping most of the time, and unless you need it right away, I mean, I haven't even opened the stuff that I picked up yesterday because,
If you're disabled,
yeah.
you can get Amazon Prime for $5.59 a month.
Wow, that's really nice.
$6.50. You have to look for it, and then you get the movies free with it too.
Right, yeah, you get the movies and stuff, but I can't
If you're disabled, you have to look for it on their website, but
Yeah.
you do get it discounted.
Yeah, the movies are great, but streaming eats up all my data, so that kills me. Yeah, so, yeah,
Thank you.
go ahead.
One of the things I liked about the Good Sam's Road Assistance was that in the language it says they will tow you to a place that will accept your vehicle.
Yeah,
And that's a big problem with RVs. They see an RV, and even though it's a Ford van, the same one that would, you know, if you got a Class C, that's the same as a Ford van, but they can turn you away.
right, exactly.
The second thing I have, and they offered this from Good Sam's, is Travelese. And what that does is if I'm disabled, they will send my van to a location from a hospital and my pet. They'll arrange
Yeah, I just saw
for
that
my
with the pets the
pet
other day.
to go to a location, and my daughter and I have an arrangement. If something happens to me, the dog goes there. She's not left out in the cold. So
Yeah.
I just thought those two things would be important.
Yeah, yeah. That's the Good Sam Towing. It's different. The Good Sam Towing is different from the Good Sam Club. So it's the same company, but they're two different plans.
Well, the extra is called Travelese.
Travelese.
You add that to your
Yeah, that sounds really
assistance,
nice.
road assistance.
Especially if you have pets. That's great.
Yeah.
Are you on the mat? Don't miss the mat.
On the junkyard tires, all tires have a month and year date on it.
Right, yeah. I mean, you can read the tires and stuff, and junkyards will work with you. I mean, they don't want you giving them a bad Yelp review. They're all terrified of this stuff now. So for the most part, they're going to be honest, and you just tell them, look, this is where I live. I need it to be reliable. And then they'll talk to you about all kinds of things and maybe give you a better deal because we got a cool lifestyle.
You mentioned the Safeway Club and the
Yes.
other clubs. Safeway also has an app that if you scan your groceries as you put them in your cart, it will find the deals for you. And then when you put in your phone number that's connected to that club card, you get additional savings.
Right, but
So
not
there's
all the
two
stores
ways
have
to
that.
save.
They had it in Moab where I lived, and I loved that. That was fantastic.
They had it in Parker.
Yeah, it's coming out. They're having a problem with the trust issues on that one. They're just doing it in trial basis now, I think, but
It
I
worked in
loved it.
Parker.
Yeah,
So
I
that was
love,
cool.
but
We
yeah,
saved $18.
Kroger gas stations, there's 1,500 of them, so I mean, saving that dollar on gas is huge.
Got a question and a comment. You mentioned you can get the Safeway card
Yep.
and get reduced gas prices.
Yep.
I'm not aware of any Safeways that sell gas. What do we?
Everyone is different. I mean, they're all owned by Kroger Corporation. Some sell gas, some don't sell gas. City Market is one of their branches. They sell gas at a lot of those. Smith's, I think, is one of their branches also now. I think they just get, yeah, so there's Smith's everywhere.
Is there any source which tells you which gas stations are actually Safeway or Kroger?
Just go to Kroger, I would assume Kroger.com, and then you can probably figure it out from there.
And
But,
one comment.
yeah,
To follow up, the woman who suggested using the spray bottle of vinegar and spray bottle of water to wash dishes. I do too. It's excellent.
yeah,
And there's one catch to that, and that is you need to wipe out the dishes first. And I usually use a paper towel for that.
Yep.
But to save on paper towels, the second time you wipe it out after using the water spray, I find if you just use a cotton dishcloth,
Okay.
you can wipe your dishes dry, and when finished, just put a little water on it, wring it out, and it's reusable rather than
There
using
you go.
paper towels.
Yeah, reuse things. I mean, you don't have to throw things out just because the manufacturer says throw it out after this long. Reuse things, they last. It's your germs. You're not going to get sick off your own germs, usually. I'm not a doctor, but.
Few comments about auto parts.
Mhm.
There's a chain of salvage yards called LKQ.
LKQ.
Yeah, they're scattered around the country, all over from Indiana to Texas to wherever, and they charge a fraction of what most salvage yards do.
Yeah.
I mean, it will amaze you. There's another one called Phoenix Apart, and these salvage yards that I'm talking about are very highly organized. They have pictures of each vehicle online, and you can go view them, and they charge just pennies on the dollar for what most salvage yards do. It's unbelievable how
how cheap the stuff is.
That's right. So that's LKQ, Larry, Kevin, I don't know what Q
Yes.
is, Queen.
Yeah, and then you can find out online just about everything, or ask them what you're looking for,
Yeah.
and they'll say, oh, we've got one in Austin, Texas, we've got one in San Antonio, we've got one in Indiana, that kind of thing.
That's great.
And a couple other comments. Rock Auto, anybody heard of that?
I had trouble figuring out their website. That was a tricky one.
Okay.
They have everything, but I couldn't figure out their website at all.
Well, it's a little convoluted, but it works good. Another one is called Parts Geek.
Yep.
That you can order online. That's incredible. There's also a salvage yard in Western Missouri. It's huge. It's hundreds of acres of RVs.
And they'll ship all these parts to you too.
They will.
You can't
Absolutely.
find something, they'll ship them to you.
And we're talking really hard to find old, weird stuff.
Right.
A friend of mine has a big Class A, a Newmar, and somebody messed him up and took off and kept going, and it was like a hit and run.
Yeah.
And they were gonna total his rig if he'd have had decent insurance, but he didn't have insurance.
Right.
And so what he did was he called them and he went up and picked up the parts, and he spent like $500, and he was able to do the work himself and fix his big massive Class A, and so anyway, he saved himself a fortune.
Yeah, I heard there's another RV graveyard in Phoenix. So I've heard this from a few people. I don't know exactly where it is, but that's fairly close to us if you got something that you need.
You can Google and find all this stuff online.
Right.
There's another one in Denver. It's actually in Henderson, Colorado, just north of Denver.
Henderson, Colorado, north of Denver.
Really big.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, those are important. I mean, it's hard to find stuff for older machines now.
Yeah.
The lady that was talking about eBay, that's great. I mean, eBay has good parts. Sometimes they come from China. You never know. You got to look into the descriptions a little bit. But once you have that part number, you can go on Amazon as well and look up the price there. If you need it faster, they can ship it to you faster than eBay a lot of times. So just look at where your part's coming from and how long it's going to take to ship it, or you're going to be stranded on the side of the road sometimes. Go ahead.
What can you say about off-pavement towing? I've heard of issues where
Off-pavement towing?
Yeah, the towing trucks will not come off pavement.
Right, exactly. It depends how bad you're stuck.
Okay.
It really is. Most of the places that do off-road recovery charge you $150 an hour and up. So don't get stuck.
Is there a recommendation?
Whoever will pull you out of the beach before the tide comes in. Be nice to them, because I've seen them leave a guy behind because he yelled at them. That ended underwater. So, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Erick, the good guy, and everybody know me. One of the things I've been doing is using newspaper instead of paper towels.
Okay.
Because you can get newspapers for a lot easier than
Right.
you get paper towels. I know you can get paper towels for free a lot of places if you go out to eat, but
Yep.
if you wash your own dishes, you're not going to have to eat a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea too.
So I like the clinical idea and that they have with a squirt bottle. And just being able to fill up your own water jugs instead of buying water.
Yeah, definitely.
Saving, another good thing is saving containers that not for water. Sometimes soda bottles are easier to hold water in than the water jugs because they have screw-on lids.
Yep.
So, or just other containers.
And don't use milk jugs to save water in. The residue from the milk stays in the jug.
Yeah, if you look on a water bottle, find the number on the bottom of it, whatever the heck it is, and it's in a little triangle, and you can reuse those. These can be reused over and over again. They're safe. They don't off-gas or anything, so you can reuse them over and over as long as you have the same number. That's the type of plastic is what it is. But yeah, anybody that's got suggestions, please bring them up. This is why we're doing this, so everybody can learn stuff. So even if you think your idea is stupid and only works for you, it might work for somebody else too. So please tell us your little secrets.
So you mentioned gas buddy.
Yes.
Does that also work for diesel?
It does.
It does.
Yep,
Okay,
it does
great,
work for
'cause
diesel.
there's
And
one
so
time I was-
do the grocery store club.
Yeah, there was one time I was in Lake Tahoe trying to get as far as Nevada,
Yep.
and I ended up paying like $4.69 instead of $2.79.
Yeah, I know, sometimes you can't win on
Yeah,
diesel.
sometimes it's like a 60 cents difference.
Watch
at
out
the
on the
same
diesel
time.
pumps. Some states, if you go to the trucker pump, some states add extra tax to that for a transport fee. So try not to go to the big trucker pumps because you'll pay more actually.
And then as far as getting towed goes, this happened to work for me the other day. I was right over there by that mountain and got stuck in the sand. And I had two like outdoor carpets, small
Yep.
carpets like that. I put them right in front of my rear wheels. And
Yeah, your
as soon as
floor
they got a
mats
little
work for that,
traction,
too.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, you got lucky.
barely got out of there, yeah.
Yeah.
So that can work.
Yeah, geez, sand is a killer. I mean, really. But if you get stuck off road, I don't know of any club that's going to cover you. So you're going to pay that out of your pocket. And don't get stuck off road. Don't even. Maybe I'll make it. It's bad sometimes.
So things to think about when you're off-roading. Rainstorms, a lot of times the mud is what get you stuck. If anything wet, a lot of people can get stuck in mud. Use some hay or any type of leaf material underneath the tires, so you can just get some leaves or hay. In the wintertime, keeping hay in your trunk is actually a good thing. You know, when I had a goat, I always had a hay, but having that bale of hay in the back was really useful.
Those goats are delicious too.
But then another thing is maybe having a winch if you have a big RV and or a jack might be work good too. Make sure, and a shovel and like you said, a carpet.
Every time I've had a winch on all my vehicles, and every time I get stuck, there's nowhere to attach the winch to. So don't think a winch is going to save you just because you own one. You've got to drive smart. Yes.
If you've got a nice piece of steel rod,
Yep.
about this long,
Yeah.
you can drive it in the ground and run your winch to there.
Yeah, you can bury your spare tire too. That works. You can make an anchor. You get on YouTube and stuff. There's so many videos about how to get unstuck. The ideas are endless, but yeah, just don't get stuck. It just makes you grumpy.
And stay on the safe spot. Don't be off.
Yeah.
Don't go off wheeling unless you have a 4-wheel drive truck, and that's what the idea of the trip.
We got quite a line going, so let's let the next person go. Thank you so much.
Safeway gas rewards can be used at Chevron stations.
Oh, I didn't know that one. That's nice.
And the second question I have is the idea about buying an RV with a low monthly payment.
Mhm.
What kind of resale value do RVs have? I mean, if you need,
It's a tough call on that. And that's what you got to think about is resale. I mean, do you want to pay for the thing for 30 years
Is it
and have a
gonna
piece of
last
crap
30
30 years
years?
long? Yeah, I don't think they'll last that long. So most people upgrade their RVs every 3 years or so, is what the sales lady told me. So she said, keep it a couple years, then bring it in and we'll get you into a new one. I know she's trying to make another sale, but that does make sense because nobody wants to buy an old RV. So I think if you do that route, you're going to be in payments for the rest of your life, but you're going to have something nice and reliable, kind of. So you just got to use your own decision making on that.
Yeah, at our age, do we really care about resale value?
Yeah. So.
So I know coming from New York, I've gotten stuck in some of the state parks, and I'm sure the federal and all of that is the same. If a tow truck has to come into one of the parks, there is at least a $250 minimum fee.
Yeah.
Just so be very careful when you're, and
Yep.
offer, like, and a lot of those are beach, and so, $250 plus your tow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they'll charge you, get the towing club. I can't stress it enough. I mean.
Who does the fee go to? The park or the towing company?
Oh, to the towing company.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's usually, I was up in.
And the cops won't even give you a jump start if you need, so don't
Yeah.
try.
Yeah, the cops won't help you at all. I can't remember which park I was in, but there were only 2 tow truck companies that would come into the park. And when I called Good Sam, neither one of them were on their plan and agreement system, but they still went out of their way to get one of those to come and they paid it whatever the heck he wanted, even though he wasn't a member of their plan. So I just love that company.
And so pretty much, I've moved a bunch of times, but not on wheels. Whenever I need to find the best produce in a new place, I
Yep.
always go to the Hispanic markets.
Okay.
Like Food City or something like that, because the cultures eat a lot more vegetables.
Okay.
And they know the value of it, so they're not gonna pay, even your organic is gonna run like $1 less than having on stuff.
It's
so-
unfortunate you gotta buy from the big corporations to get fresh stuff now, but you really do. If you want fresh, you gotta buy it from like Walmart, who keeps restocking their shelves over and over, because they get that stuff in fresh every day. They have to for the volume.
Okay, so this one is hearsay that I heard somebody yesterday, and hopefully that person is still around, so they can explain it.
This sounds juicy.
But there's some kind of a deal that you can get with an app. If you're buying diesel that's connected to Love's, and what he was saying was that when you have the app, you actually pull up and you tell them where you are. You actually tell them what pump you're at, and the app actually drops the price on the diesels by something like
Ooh, that's
70
interesting.
cents a gallon.
A lot of the
so-
gas stations have their own clubs too, that give you discounts too.
Right, so if anybody knows the details on that trick, that would be helpful for anybody with diesel. I had a brother who really swears by the Kroger card.
Yeah.
And he also says that Shell is one of the stations that you can use. And one thing that my wife bought as far as water goes, we've got like the same kind of bottle that you use in a cooler, like for an office cooler.
Uh-huh.
You know, the bottle is big,
Right.
it's got a little big.
Right, yeah.
So there's it's her, she can maybe tell more about it. It's a cool, if you got that bottle sticking with the neck up, and you fill it up with like 3 gallons of water, this little pump just sits right on the top of that neck.
Oh, okay.
And it's got like a silicone tube that goes into the bottom, and it's just a lithium rechargeable battery, and it's got like a little faucet where the water just comes out, so you just press the button, fill up your cup, and then press again, stop. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's a perfect replacement for the whole sink system. Right,
Oh.
right.
You've got one of those? Okay, she's got one of those. She's gonna dig it out and show everybody.
And we're a big fan of the, kind of recyclable bag for poo.
Yeah.
It's sold online through Amazon. It's called UNNI, I guess is how you pronounce that. But you just basically bury and forget. And it's just really like, if you stretch a little bit, it fits over a 5-gallon bucket.
Nice.
And then you're just set, you don't have to have a composting toilet or anything. A 5-gallon bucket is your complete system for your.
Oh, that's tiny. Oh, that's really nice.
Yours similar. What's
Yeah,
it called
they're,
again?
those are only about $15.
What's it called? $20?
$15, $20,
20.
15, 17, that's,
Shop
there's all
around.
kinds of brands.
This
Yeah.
one was 24 because it's universal. It'll fit a 1-gallon jug, a 3-gallon jug, or a 5-gallon jug, and it has 2 switches on it.
That's really nice. Like wine, yummy.
Okay, I got 2 quick ones. One, this has to do with grocery shopping. I am a huge advocate of shopping where the sales tax is low. So especially if you're on the road and you're getting ready to cross state borders or whatever, find out how much the taxes are, because if you're doing a couple $100 worth of shopping, it makes a big difference whether you're paying almost 9% tax here in Arizona, or if you're paying like 1 or 2% tax, okay, so that's one item to save money. And the other is, this probably doesn't affect a lot of people, but are there any veterans out here, retired veterans?
Yep.
Yay,
Lots
you got a
of us.
little veteran card?
Yep.
Veteran card? That DOD card will allow you to use, their mechanic shops for various, military bases.
Really?
Not all of them, but you can go online and find out which ones that you're able to use their shop. So if you're having a hard time getting your vehicle fixed, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm about
I think it's
to.
only for retired military. I don't think it's.
Right, it's
Yeah, I
retired,
think you gotta be
military,
actually
or you can be
retired with the
retired
card,
civilian
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But it's not every base, but if you can look online to that base and see what services they let you do, you may be able, I think the Army probably has more of those, but even
Yeah.
if you're retired from a different service, you're still allowed to use, like, if you're retired Army, you can go use the Marines base.
Right.
But
Well, you
it's,
gotta be retired, you can't just be a veteran, you gotta be a retired.
right, or if you're still active, I mean, if you're active
Oh, yeah,
reservist
active's
or
a
whatever,
totally
you can
world.
still use those, but they're super, super cheap. They charge you like $2 an hour or
Right, I
something like
remember
that.
that when I was in, yeah, they were
And,
cheap.
and they let you use the tools. So if you're having a hard time getting your stuff fixed, that's just an idea to think about.
Yeah. And there's a million discounts for veterans out there. Lowe's, Home Depot, pretty much everywhere. They love us now, so it's about being kind.
And Taco Cabana,
Yeah.
20%.
Good.
A couple of things, if you have a Good Sam's Club card at any Pilot or Flying J,
Yeah, you save like 10 cents, I think.
you get 8 cents for diesel, you get 5 cents for gas.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, these card discounts are out there. Every gas station franchise, they have their own discount card too, so
Right.
retail's for suckers. Get your discount.
There you go.
Can you stack the discounts?
Some you can if you're creative.
Okay.
Like if you buy those gift cards and use those, you're kind of stacking the discount right there.
If you use your Kroger card and your discount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you can.
I'm gonna do that gift card.
Yeah, start really looking into that stuff, because you work the system, it's cheap.
There's a website, it's a network called Boondockers Welcome. Anybody heard of it or use it?
Now, Boondockers welcome.
Yes. It's a network of RV owners all over the country. And what they do is allow you to stay at their house in their driveway, because
Okay.
they're used to being on the road, and it's free.
Yeah.
Unless you want to hook up, and then they charge you accordingly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and it costs $50 a year to join, so you'll get it back in 2 nights.
Did you find there's a lot of availability though, or
Yeah.
is there? Okay.
I mean, they're not near as common as other places,
Yeah.
but some of the best nights I've had, friends sat there and drank coffee with them. They suggested alternative routes off the beaten path, and I mean, it's just tremendous.
That's cool.
Not
Yeah.
always for van dwellers though, right?
Well,
Yeah, they're kind of accepting van people.
it depends on
Depends on who
your
they are.
profile, yeah. If you, there is some prejudice based on appearances and the way your rig looks.
Is
So
this at people's
you-
homes?
You have a point. People's homes, their driveway, or if they have a ranch or a farm or something like that, and they will, on their profile, they'll say what size rigs, whether it's 1 night, up to 3 nights, and, you know, that kind of thing, so.
Has anybody done Harvest Host? Harvest Host?
They are a sister or brother, whatever, website too. There's a bunch of them linked together, and they'll also do the vineyards where you go and you stay at a winery. They're pretty high priced, but if you're a member of one, you get discounts for the other.
Okay.
And of course, Planet Fitness, I don't know if anybody's mentioned that. They're usually open 24 hours a day. You can park in the parking lot.
Yeah, Planet Fitness, Cracker Barrel, there's
Right.
a lot of them out there.
You get a shower at Planet Fitness, you can use their waterbed kind of massage.
Yeah, but you gotta be a member to get the shower, don't you?
Yeah, but
$20 a month.
it's very inexpensive.
Yeah, I just never go to cities, so I never looked into it much, but yeah, if you're a city person, it's a fantastic deal.
Another thing is if you are gonna be in one place for a while, you can volunteer at a food pantry.
Okay.
You get all the food you can eat, and won't cost you a penny.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
I would assume some of those are on and off, but,
it depends
Yeah.
on the one, because they're scattered all over.
oh, we got the 5-minute warning here, so. Who's next? What do you got?
So when you're washing dishes, let's say you have a rig, like an RV, and you're rinsing your dishes, is it safe to use that rinse water in your onboard toilet and flush it?
I don't see why not.
Absolutely, I do it all the time.
One comment, beware of gas price ripoffs. One of the most notorious is right here in Park. When you're on 95 at the stoplight, turning right to a Walmart, straight ahead, you see a little Chevron station and a Terrible's behind it. The Terrible's lists this wonderful price. If you pull into the Chevron station, fill it with gas, and go to pay, they'll say, well, you owe an extra 20 cents a gallon. You say, what? The sign says it's 20 cents less. You say, oh no, that's for the Terrible's behind the Chevron station, it's not for the Chevron station.
Yeah, I think there's one like that in Parker. I heard about that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. So I think we should get after the parking treatment. Seriously, they're ripping people off.
There's
yeah.
also ones that if you use their credit card, you get the cheap price.
Right. Yep.
And then there's others that if you use cash, you get the cheap price.
Yeah.
And you have to check which one it is.
Yep. So another thing I've done when I've moved periodically and I want fresh produce is I will find the closest CSA farm, and I'll go and volunteer for a couple of hours, and even if I'm only there for a day or whatever, and then they'll turn around and give you whatever they harvested that day.
Can you tell us what a CSA farm is?
It's a community something agriculture. It's like it's the organic farms that all come to the produce market. You go help pick the stuff that they're gonna bring to the market. So you just go show up, and some of them are really nice, and it's almost like a harvest host. So it's farms. So most of the people are like, oh, you want to hang out here for a day or two, and they're like, okay, just park your rig over there, and help us weed the garden in the morning for an hour.
Yeah, farms are incredible like that. And go ahead with your question then.
Oh, I just found a way to wash my hair and wash my body in 48 ounces of water. It's a pressurized Nalgene bottle. The backpackers do this, and they actually get clean. The trick is a directed pressurized spray. When you get it, because when you actually shower and you waste a lot of water doing stuff, but you got a tiny little spray and you're spraying it all around because there's a thing and a hose and your bottle, and you've got an on-off switch on your hose because that's really important. And I was able to do it, and been doing it for a couple of days, 48 ounces of water. That being said, I don't have a lot of luck with pressurized bottles sustaining. I break them, but I've never tried the Nalgene.
Have you heard of the hour shower?
I've looked at a lot of them, and some of them, it doesn't.
You can build your own too. I built my own in my last vehicle.
So it filters out
They're awesome.
the soap. enough
It filters
to-
out the soap, so there's one that has some sort of salt in it that filters it out, and then it's got another filter.
Yeah,
And then it just recycles.
Yeah, the soap is the tricky one to filter.
Yeah,
That's-
okay, so what's it called again?
The hour shower.
Hour shower, I'll go write it down, thanks.
Sneak on up.
I just wanted to say that we have a pressure cooker. It was like $70, and we cook dried beans. Mostly we don't eat a lot of meat, but if you're eating meat, if you chunk it up instead of eating a slab, you're gonna save more.
Right.
You're gonna be more full with less. And then also you can cook almost any bean in a pressure cooker for like straight dried without soaking in like 20 minutes. So it saves a lot of money. So
Is
you
it
don't have to buy
usually
cans.
Instapot or is it something else?
It is, but I'm sure they're all best.
Absolutely.
Just wanted to say that.
Oh, they're cutting us off.
One last thing.
Okay.
For purified water, I use a Berkey, and they make a travel Berkey. It's about a 7-inch diameter cylinder, about this tall. Gravity fed, it has 2 ceramic filters in the top canister for live pathogens. So you could draw water right out of a stream or a pond and run it through there.
Right.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I want one so bad.
And then the lower one has 2 fluoride filters. So if doing municipal water, you can filter that out. So they're about, I think
They're like $200.
200, 250 in that range. Yeah. And then they have the bigger one, but then they have a travel Berkey, which I just strapped to the side.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and for all of your input and your questions.
Yep, that's it. And if
Thank you so much.
Like the guy said, if you can run a shovel, go to a farm, they will trade you food for work. So farms are fantastic for getting stuff done.
Yeah, what it is, your backpack, no, Bert, it's not with Bert. The backpackers have been using it for decades. Yeah. No, it's for anything, what it is, it's got a double filtration system. One, which is the big stuff, you put that in the water, and you filter your water into There's you got the big filter, then you got your small filter, you know, they the big filter
Yeah.
saves like smaller filters, like the same. You know, so you can put it in any shape you want. And then, you know, the water just comes out the spigot. So you put it in whatever percent that you want to. And
Tell me Bob too, because I haven't seen it all. If I see, that's a good idea. I agree with that completely.
It was $60 plus $30 extra filters. For 9 bucks, I had a filter, and I have replacement filters. Yet you can only buy them in package of 2 for $220. Well, this pump, you can also put backpacks in it, you do that kind of stuff. But also,
You just put your clothes in, put your water, and stuff.
but what I'm saying is, you gotta look into how much it
You can go up and down with the button, or you can actually, if your clothes are in, put the hole.
Yeah.
Takes the water.
Yeah, plus, with me, I live in a Ford Transit net. So travel bag is just small, but the backpack
it was
is small. And, you know, I was already to buy one, I was looking on that, for a travel bag.
Yeah, like, again, morality, I was happy to hear.
And then, get that. Yeah. Well, I'm broken upon
Sorry, everybody. I gotta go help Jeremy. Please like, subscribe, and share. All right, I had to go help Jeremy. I'm sorry.
No, this is just you're gonna have to actually wash.